My name is David Yogi. I work for the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency as a press officer. We're very excited to be here today to present this National Award for Innovation under EPA's Food Recovery Challenge. There's a lot of really exciting things happening with the City of Cupertino and at Marina Foods right behind us. And without saying any more, I'm going to turn things over to our Regional Administrator for the Pacific Southwest, Blumenfeld, who's going to be presenting today's award.
Thanks, David. I appreciate everyone coming out to Cupertino today, to Marina Foods. As David mentioned, I'm Jared Blumenfeld. I'm the Regional Administrator. And this is a national competition. So cities around the country compete. They put forward their proposals, and only a very, very few get selected. In this case, one. So Cupertino is the city that is doing the most to innovate around food waste and recycling in the nation. And so it gives me a great deal of pride to be able to give the award. When the mayor comes up, I'll actually give it to him in a second. So why do we care so much about food waste? The reason is it's the number one thing that's still going to landfills that could be composted or recycled. The reason it isn't is many cities don't have the services. And so what Cupertino really stands for is a small city, doesn't have a lot of staff working on this, doesn't have a lot of residents, but it said, you know what, we want to make a difference. So they set a goal of achieving 75% recycling rate. They work with Recology, they work with nonprofits. The city came together themselves and said, you know what, we can do this. And I guess the point is, if Cupertino can do it, any city throughout the United States can do it. And that's why Cupertino was singled out by the Environmental Protection Agency. So 96% of all the food that goes to landfill could be recycled. All that food could be recycled and turned into compost. The president made a landmark speech back in June at Georgetown saying the time to act on climate change is now. So Marina Foods and the City of Cupertino are taking an incredibly important first step to dealing with climate change. And the reason for that is the food scraps that we're currently throwing away that go to landfill are 25 times more potent a greenhouse gas than CO2. And the methane that rises up from those landfills is a major contributor to greenhouse gases around the planet. So by composting that, you're putting those amendments back into the soil. The carbon actually goes into the soil and then into the food. It's a great way of securing carbon in soil rather than in the atmosphere. So they've done an amazing job. Just in terms of raw numbers, they have kept 2,000 tons, think about that, 2,000 tons of food scraps out of the landfill. 2,000 tons. The other thing at this time of year, we come around the holiday table, we often make too much food. So part of this is about stopping the waste of food to begin with. There are many homeless people in our nation. 1 in 5 people are in need of more food and go hungry each and every day. So if we think about making just a little bit less food, a lot of it ends up being wasted. If we put that food and give it to local food banks, we can make a world of difference at the same time. So this is a big deal for Cupertino. I want to invite the mayor up. Come on up, Mayor. Mayor Wong has been a leader on this for a long time. I now want to give him the award, and then he can say a few remarks. Thank you. Here you go.
Thank you very much.
Great. Mayor Wong,
Thank you very much.
over to you. I'll bring this with me.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Bloomfield from the EPA for coming to the City of Cupertino. I'm really proud to have the EPA here in the City of Cupertino on a very positive note together with Marina Foods. The city is very grateful to accept EPA's Innovation Award for establishing a 75% waste diversion standard and in recognition of the city's continuous effort to educate and partner with the local grocery stores to prevent more than 2,000 tons of food per year from becoming waste. On behalf of the city and the people who have worked so hard, I'm so proud to accept this award from the EPA. Also, in recognition of this day and the hard work from our city staff as well, too, I would like to present a proclamation, and I'd like to ask the owner, Mr. Steve Huang, as well as the store manager, David Chu, to please come up here. And Steve Huang is owner of several Marina Foods, and we're very proud to have one of his stores here in the city of Cupertino. And I want to read this proclamation, which is very well written. Whereas the city of Cupertino wishes to recognize the accomplishment of Marina Foods in support of the city's success in the EPA-sponsored Food Recovery Challenge, and whereas the Food Recovery Challenge has helped Marina Foods to donate surplus produce to community food organizations twice a week, whereas Marina Foods employees also separate food waste for Recology to collect and compost at Recology South Bay Organic Facility in Gilroy, and whereas the city, in partnership with the city in food recovery, Marina Foods is diverting 520 tons of food waste per year from landfills to the city compost program, and whereas the city recognized Marina Foods restaurant manager for purchasing basil meals trays as an alternative phone food, where for adding compost food waste bins to Marina Foods restaurant areas for customers, and whereas Marina Foods' commitment to modernize and customize its operation represents another step toward a cleaner, smarter, and healthier Cupertino. Now, therefore, be resolved that the Mayor and the City Council of Cupertino do hereby commend the management and staff at Marina Foods for embracing city composting and recycling goals to improve the sustainability of Cupertino community. Already, Marina Foods is ahead of step to reduce styrofoam, which we'll be putting on as a city ordinance. So Marina Foods has been very, very proactive, and we're very proud that Mr. Huang is able to get this award, and on behalf of the city of Cupertino. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's take a picture first.
Thank you. We're just doing a little for ourselves, but I hope everybody can follow us to do it. This is a great project from the city of Cupertino. I thank everybody in the city to help us to improve everything. Thank you.
Go ahead. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor and Mr. Steve. Next, we'll be hearing from John Zirelli, General Manager, Recology South Bay.
Thank you. This is a pleasure to be part of a great award with Marina Foods and the City of Cupertino. My name is John Zirelli. I'm General Manager of Recology South Bay. Recology and the City of Cupertino have partnered to reach a diversion goal by 75%. We have increased our organics tonnage by 46% since the start of the new program approximately 3 years ago. We've given back over 1,500 yards per year of compost to the residents and businesses in Cupertino, in addition to the City of Cupertino landscape projects. Recology has also provided 400 backyard compost kits to residents who also want to compost their own material and use it in their yards. Through the Food Recovery Challenge and the support of the EPA and the City of Cupertino, Marina Foods has composted over 520 tons on an annual basis, and that number continues to grow. In closing, we have 7 grocery stores participating in the Food Recovery Challenge, in addition to all our residents, businesses, hotels, and schools in the City of Cupertino. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, everyone. So that